pick an individual and food insecurity is going to look different to them. I know what my version looks like. My childhood, I grew up really, really poor. One of my really early memories is sitting in my high chair eating cinnamon milk toast, and I thought it was fantastic. It was delicious. I came to find out just recently, though, that we were eating that because that was all we had to eat. So that really put a lot of my childhood into perspective. I knew we were poor growing up, and I knew not to ask for certain special things. Like string cheese was a special thing. Don't ask for that because mom can't afford it. So, and my definition of like poverty and food insecurity is not being able to provide yourself with what you need. And to me, there's a lot of different ways to address that. My strategy was to learn how to do as much as I could for myself, so I didn't have to ever be in that hard situation or depend on an agency or something that really wasn't dependable. I know I can depend on myself, so I took it upon myself to learn all these skills so I could do that. My brother, on the other hand, took the strategy of going to college, getting a really good high-paying job so he can just buy whatever he needs.
I'm researching food insecurity in Oregon, and I'm at the Grassroots Garden specifically to learn about how they provide free food when so many things cost money, because that's a challenge for most nonprofits. But the fact that food itself costs money creates a barrier for people to access it. And so I'm here learning about how the Grassroots Garden operates, how it gives away 45,000 to 60,000 pounds of food every year for free, how they interact with Food for Lane County. So what I've found is that community is very important here. In addition, when people seem to work and share in the harvest and also participate in the getting of the food, that there's no stigma. And a lot of people, if they're on food stamps or go to a food pantry, that sort of thing, there can be some stigma. Whereas when you're participating in the food and the growing of it, it has more dignity. The Grassroots Garden is actually very fortunate because it gets to use this land for $1 each year. So land is one of the biggest barriers in terms of getting access to being able to grow your own food. For Oregon in general, food insecurity has actually gotten much worse. And in fact, in it's like the mid-1990s, Oregon was actually #1 in the country for food insecurity. And Oregon has actually become more food insecure since then, but they're no longer ranked #1 in the United States because so many other states have gotten much worse. The planet can currently feed up to 10 billion people, and the planet's population is only 7.3 billion. So the fact that we could feed almost 3 billion more people, and there's so many people hungry, that's an issue.
In the garden, I'm essentially in charge of the kitchen, so I'll train up interns that we have for the kitchen and try to keep that organized as best as possible. And out in the garden, if Mary's not here, then I'm in charge of the garden and directing any groups that have to be here. And we don't just use them for hard labor, we teach them why we're doing what we're doing and how to do it and how they can do it at home for themselves as well. And we also teach them how to teach other people. Education is a big part of what we do.